Hey, it's Aloysyus. I have a new sound card now, so I hope I can give you better voiceovers in the future. For this video, I'm gonna talk about, this vehicle farms and their counters and what the development team and the community are doing with it. My question to you, do you know this man? Maybe not. This guy's called Hannibal. It's not Hannibal the cannibal Lecter. This is the ancient Hannibal who crossed the Alps with his elephant, also known for a very famous battle that took place in 216 BC. So at this point, he's already won some battles in ancient Rome. He was marching further to the south, and the Romans decided they really had to put an end to this. They didn't want to lose their empire, so to speak. And yeah, they decided to bring 80,000 soldiers to finally make Hannibal stop. And yeah, this led to the very famous Battle of Cannae. Sorry for the picture quality here. I have it from Wikipedia at no better quality. Also, it was 216 BC as far as I'm concerned, and not 215. But anyways, so why was this battle so famous? It was so famous because Hannibal was heavily outnumbered. He just had around 50,000 people, while the Romans had 80,000, as I said before. And this is not really a good starting point, as you can imagine. But Hannibal had one advantage. He had a slightly better cavalry. And he used that to his advantage. And he also did one other thing. He formed his troops like a crescent moon. As you can see on the picture, it's the blue troops. So these Roman guys, what did they do? They just marched forward, and the blue troops retreated a bit while the better cavalry was fighting Roman cavalry on the left flank. They won, and after that they helped the cavalry on the right flank. And in the middle the troops retreated, so they led the Romans right into a trap. So the Romans marched forward and forwards while they are being surrounded, actually. On the front, the enemy infantry, and on the back, the enemy cavalry was coming for them. The rest was just, a slaughterhouse, unable to move with their heavy armor and shields and swords. Yeah, they were just being slaughtered. There was nothing they could do. They were surrounded, they were trapped, and Hannibal just did two things: tactical retreat and flank. It was simple, and it was 2,200 years ago, almost exactly. Now we are in the year 2017, and what are we doing? We are playing a computer game, a third-person tactical shooter that's set even further in the future. That shooter is called Planetside, our all favorite game, and it seems like mankind didn't learn anything in the past 2,200 years. Players in this game, a lot of players know only two things: moving forward or standing still. And this is something that has been bothering me for the past 4 years. I can't even say how much. I mean, what the hell? The amount of stationary gameplay in this game is ridiculous. I mean, I'm drawing it here. They could just flank, go around, do something, but they don't. They stand in front of that shielded gate, and I don't know, man. I mean, let me show you. Okay, here the factions are reversed. I'm in a mech rider, obviously, but I mean, I could have done this as NC. See, there's a whole fucking Zerg standing in front of the gate, and we are literally the only ones flanking. And the biggest threat is an infantry guy that's shooting rockets in our butt. I mean, this is how the game is nowadays, okay? But whatever. We will come to that later.
Enemy soldier down.
So in modern Zerg play, there's usually one faction having base surrounded, and the other faction has yeah guys inside the spawn room mostly, and I'm not counting less than 5 burster maxes who are shooting outside of the spawn room, and a couple of heavy shooting rockets outside of it. I mean, they are totally doing something for the fight, you know. I mean, wow, this is great gameplay, and yeah, but thank God we have 5 burster maxes and scaring the air away, so the enemy completely won't take the base at all. Yeah, I mean, of course. Have a look at the pop. We could easily get vehicles from the next base. So why so many burster maxes? Because obviously people who are doing this needs to be punished. They really need to be punished. And of course there can't be enough shit that's shooting at aircraft like this Skyguard or burster max here. And yeah, we are filthy farmers. We are cancer. We are, I don't know. I mean, have you ever thought about? I mean, here. I am the cancer shooting at infantry, but where is the enemy air? Where is the VS air? Where is it? I mean, and this is exactly what I am here for. I am here to attract enemy air. Without me, there won't be any air at all. I mean, it's a case like this. Why is it the case? Because most of the times, stuff like this, flag, is effective enough. It is already effective enough, and it's scaring away air from fights. Not only air to ground, but also air to air. And this is a fact that a lot of people wouldn't get. So in this case, I'm trying to do my air-to-air duty. Honorabru, I mean, wow. And this is what happens to me as an air-to-air ESF. And yeah, obviously I am the cancer here. Flag needs to be buffed, lockout needs to be buffed even more. Oh, come on, please. So this is me fighting multiple ESFs, a Scythe and a Mossy, and even more from the background. And yeah, see what happens. Great, isn't it? And this is not an exception. It's daily routine for a pilot. Flag shooting where I'm fighting multiple ESFs like this. Yeah, I love the sound of bip bip in the morning. This is so great. I could, I don't know, man. Seriously. Or just enjoy the following fight. Multiple ESFs, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 Reavers, Valkyries, I don't know, a Lip, a Galaxy. And what is deciding the fight? Well, I'm trying to jump these Reavers with stealths. What is deciding the fight? Yeah, you tell me. Great, isn't it? So this is obviously what people love to do while hating on vehicles. Standing somewhere in relative safety and shoot lock-ons and something on at vehicles. What? Why? How is this fun? Not only at the air game, but also at the ground game. Vehicle battles are often decided by AV and not by the vehicles themselves. It's like this. You see multiple maxes, mana turret, lock-on. I don't know what the fuck else. So is this really how you want to play the vehicle game? Is this how Planetside is supposed to be? To give vehicle players a fun experience as well? So, I mean, I showed you the first clip before the intro to show you, oh yeah, it can be like this. I'm doing this, but it's there to attract other vehicles and not to make people camp on a hill like this. AV is so dominating in this game that even like this, people come right in front of me with a fucking lock on because I don't know, they are stupid or fearless or both. I don't know, but is this how it's supposed to be? For the record, I don't want infantry to be helpless against vehicles. They need to defend themselves sometimes, but this is everywhere. This is deciding vehicle battles. Vehicle battles should be decided by vehicles. Why can't these guys just pull a vehicle? I don't know, man. So what I read on Reddit every day, is stuff like this. Yeah, they are farming me. Vehicles are so bad for the infantry game, but it seems like everyone just wants to have the right counter at hand immediately. I mean, that's what I was saying before. Vehicles should attract counter vehicles, and I'm not even there with HE and farming infantry. I'm an AP tank. I'm looking for vehicles to fight because I like it. And you think I'm lying when I say they're everywhere? I'm not. Look at this. I mean, yeah. Vehicle players are ruining the fun of infantry players. That's just how it is, right? So hey, well, and whoever's listening, welcome to my daily anti-infantry farm.
Unwanted. Oh!
Wow, we survived this. Great, we survived. Yeah, it would be a shame if only... Yeah, great. So the argument that I mostly get is that I have no idea what it is to be on the other side of these guns, you know, like being attacked by air, for example. Yeah, right. I have no clue about it. I'm never being hunted down by air, and yeah. The ridiculous thing about this is that ESFs are mostly attacking flanking tanks, the tanks that are actually doing it right. Why? Because they can't participate in the great fight, in the huge fights, because they are disconnected from it because of all the flags. So I'm not even angry at them. So here is an example of how it could be. It was literally the only time I've seen something remotely like this in the year 2016, where an enemy ESF Zerg, so to speak, is attracting another ESF Zerg. These guys were there before, of course they get flag as well and all, but Mossies are coming. Mossies are giving them a fight. We have an actual air fight and not this lame flying around that we have nowadays. I mean, us Cancer pilots, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know. So I was talking about stationary gameplay. On top of all the lattice system that doesn't let us really flank, on top of these artificial victory point thingies that I don't understand, they gave us the construction system. So now what does the construction system achieve besides making battles slower and making people stand around even more? It's stationary gameplay. It adds nothing to the battle flow. It's just interrupting it. It's just I don't understand this construction system. It's almost invincible. You can't really fight in it at infantry. You can't fight it with vehicles. What is this supposed to mean? I don't get it. People are just shooting outside of these things, and that's about it. They are standing. They are not playing this game. So you can imagine how much fun this is. Auto turret shooting at me. There's not even players in it. What? I mean, yeah, I don't even know what to say. People are using construction bases as extended spawn rooms where they can spam their AV shit out of. I don't know. I mean, everything that the developers are doing is to provide a more stationary gameplay where it should actually be the opposite. So in this case, the construction base is just being used as hideout. No one is ever fighting this really, so what's the point in the construction system? There are no Courtium wars in this game. The role of vehicles is not to hunt down and defend ants. It's not happening. This is not Command and Conquer where you have fun by coordinating multiple units. It is you as a single unit shooting at walls and turrets. This is what's happening, and it's not fun for me. I mean, this is about fun for me. It's not getting a KD of 40 or anything. I want vehicle fights. This is why I'm playing this game. And HE tank and the Warpods Mossies, whatever, are there to attract other vehicles to have actual fights. So a lot of infantry players tell me that I don't get their perspective. I have no idea how it is to be farmed by vehicles. I don't know how it is to play the infantry game. I might not be a top player at infantry gameplay. I'm really not, but I play a lot of infantry as well, and I do get it. I have been there. I was being farmed by explosives, by HE, by low pods, by whatever cheese you can imagine. And I'm with you there. I'm not saying this should be happening all the time, but a lot of players are not actively avoiding it because they are not spawning somewhere else. They are not spawning vehicles to prevent it. I mean, not everyone has to do it. Just some people. Some people play infantry, some people tank, some people fly. I mean, it's a combined arms game. And there's other sources of frustration that the infantry play. When I'm playing infantry, most of the times I die. If not to gunfire, it's because of stuff like this. This again, grenade spam. And no one is talking about this. I don't know why. It's the same thing. You're dying because of explosions. So what I'm trying to promote here is not to hate each other, not to be that player. I just like this playstyle. You can do this, but you have to get an understanding of each other. If you don't understand what our people are doing, you maybe need to try it, at least try it, before you have an opinion, before you say, yeah, this should be nerfed, that should be nerfed, this faction is overpowered, that faction is overpowered, everything else is overpowered, just not the thing you're using yourself. So I tell you, I am almost using all of it, and I think being a little bit more understanding or supportive to each other would really help the game, would really provide a better community. When there were these changes to the vehicle controls after the PS4 code merge, I saw so much hate. Yeah, great, pilots they can't control their ESFs anymore. Haha, you bitches. And this is not my way of discussing these matters. And a lot of VAD players I was talking to, they have the same opinion about this, at least the ones who are playing vehicles. So, I mean, well, you have no idea what you did when you used the term salty VADs. I tell you what, salty VADs are who are investing money in the game. Salty VADs are who are trying to teach new players how to play this game. I am trying with this very channel. I did a tutorial about harasser driving, all that kind of shit. And, I don't even know anymore who's balancing this game. I have no idea about the team. I don't know who is your creative director. Is it just Well that's doing the balancing, because Well has no real idea about the vehicle game. He's listening to all this whining and nerfing vehicles over and over and over again, like Higby did. Higby was not a vehicle player at all, so I'm not praising Higby and hating on Well. I think Well is a nice guy. He's a great addition to the team, but he is not a vehicle player. And everything that's happening right now points me in the direction that the development team has no idea about their own game. They just don't. And every time they are asking for opinions, they ignore it. They ignore feedback from PTS. They were ignoring when people told them to not use the radar as passive for ESF because stealth meta. And this is what's happening right now. But they just didn't listen. And now everyone's saying, wow, this bullshit Godsaw mode, no one needs this. And they are even thinking about adding an implant where you can be invisible as a heavy assault, for example. I mean, stationary gameplay, it's so much stationary shit in this game, and this is a real underlying cause of a lot of problems, like surging, like stale fights, and all that kind of stuff. This is the underlying cause, and this is what I'm trying to explain. So instead of being a salty VAD, I'm trying to explain here. Okay, I sound a little pissed, I admit, but this is not because my favorite toys are getting nerfed. I don't even care about thermals that much. I don't care about single things. I care about the fact that I have the impression that a lot of players and even the devs don't really have a clue what they are talking about, what they are doing to the vehicle game, and that they are not listening when we are trying to explain it to them. It feels like the balance is usually pro infantry, more AV, more in terms of getting a better experience for noobs and arcade players and infantry players. But vehicle players, it's 2/3 of the game. It's air and tanks as well. And really, please keep that in mind. And if you want to talk to me, please keep in mind that I'm talking about a greater perspective. I am talking about a game that we all love. I know how it is to get farmed. I had all this, you know, and I'm just trying to provide a little better understanding about the vehicle play. And if you just hate vehicles, then there's nothing I can do. If you hate the game, why do you play it? If you hate so much of it, I love this game. I love infantry play. I love flying. I love tanking. And this is a great game. It's just if the devs don't know what they are doing, then this game will not have a bright future, and I really want it to have. So yeah, that's about it. I'm out, and I hope you enjoyed the video a bit. There will be some links in the description about Cannae and stuff. Thanks for watching.